South African people from all walks of life celebrated the birth of a new democracy on April 27, 1994. This new democracy would allow for equal opportunities for all citizens, including those within the queer community. While its citizens are guaranteed legislative protection under their constitution, high levels of crime and human rights violations reveal a different truth. This is their story.
It's like when you say to black people the apartheid and how apartheid made you suffer. What you're doing to us is exactly what apartheid did to you. My name is Jaja Ariel Fisher. I'm a transgender woman. I work for Pan Africa ILGA and I'm the programs officer.
At Pan Africa ILGA, Jaja advocates for the rights of lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, and intersex individuals.
I definitely feel that our government is not doing enough. There's not a lot of highlights from the government, or at least a lot of recognition from government in terms of the sincerity of the issues that we're facing. Even if we're looking at deaths, rapes, the violence and hate crimes towards LGBTI communities, there's not enough importance put on safety for the LGBTI community.
In Section 9 of the South African Constitution, it explicitly forbids discrimination on the basis of sex, gender, or sexual orientation.
There were 27 hate crimes across the country nationally. Like every single month, like our community was just like crying. It was horrific, and like we had to rally. And it's just like, just when you think you like, okay, getting somewhere, another person died. This may seem like a small statistic to you, but the fact that we've got constitutional protections and the fact that we've also, we have laws against this kind of violences, it's like.
In this study, hate crimes against LGBTQ plus people in South Africa, 44% of participants reported experiencing discrimination, with 17% being threatened with physical violence.
Our policymakers or lawmakers are not aware of the challenges that we actually face. For example, it's like, if you have never been in a situation of a gender-based violence, if you've not been a victim, if you haven't been in my situation as a trans woman who has been ridiculed or stigmatized or discriminated when you're walking down the street, when you have to take public transport, you'll never know.
Aranti House, a media advocacy organization, works to defend the rights of the queer community across South Africa.
The officials on the ground are not well equipped to understand, the policies and also even the act when it comes to trans and intersex people. So we use that also as an opportunity to train them.
Where you find that they did their first pride in Zimbabwe.
We are also conscious of the fact that next year it's elections, and it's a big worry, not just for Iranti, for any queer organization that's working in South Africa, because we've had so many strides, and whoever comes to power in next year's elections, they might decide to continue with the work, or they might decide that no, this is not on our agenda.
So it's a lot of facets that we still have to get right in trying to ensure that the law does speak to the lived realities of individuals.
I think for me the most important thing is to be loved, respected and honored for the individual person I am, because I do believe that I am unique to anybody else, and that is how I wish people would see me.
In 2018, the Prevention and Combating of Hate Crimes and Hate Speech Bill was presented to Parliament. Today, it is still working to be passed. In Johannesburg, South Africa, I'm Jessica Christopher, Medill Reports.